to episode 5 of Topbettingsites.com. I'm here joined again by my little Spaniard friend, Antonio. Apparently you've got a new alias.
You tell me.
Banderas.
Okay, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber, Jesus. Well, we are here to drop some latest sports news and also some betting odds and tips. Christ, I might just bust out in song here now, eh? So, I heard one of your idols passed away.
What are you talking about?
Guy from Playboy.
Who?
Hugh Heffner. Don't you even know who's the author of all those magazines?
Man, I was preparing the script. I didn't read anything.
Gosh, I think...
Are you serious about that?
Yes. Exactly. I
The
think
one-
we'll need to have a minute of silence.
We need
The world won't be the same without it.
Of course not, of course not. Okay, we are doing it now.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Yes.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I'm so sad.
Well, let's take your mind
Okay,
off a few
okay.
things.
Okay, but he
What-
was
what-
such a character, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah. Guy's a legend, eh? But what's the discussion points for today?
First of all, Champions League.
Also, the English Premier League results in some more odds.
La Liga review, and some betting tips.
And then also we've got a little special guest coming on for the Formula 1, I think.
Yeah, no?
I don't know anything about Formula 1.
Me neither, man.
Guess he's going to be telling us all about that. And then also lastly we've got the what the f of the week again.
Yeah, pure caviar. So let's kick off.
So it's been an amazing couple of days in terms of Champions League football. Are you going to enlighten us as to what happened there?
First of all, I'm going to give my Kinder Chronicle or review of the games I watched. On Tuesday, Borussia Dortmund against Real Madrid. A really nice game. Los Blancos won for first time at the Borussia Dortmund Stadium, which name is really complicated to pronounce. So don't.
Yeah,
name
just
it
German says on the
German
fine,
Stadium.
it's fine.
1-3 and Cristiano Ronaldo scoring on the first touch. But it was a really nice game, box to box, and both teams really displaying a great performance and running a lot. As I say, box to box. Yesterday I watched Sporting Barcelona. Catalan's team won by 1-0, a goal, an own goal of a Portuguese defender. It was not a nice game from Ernesto Valverde pupils, but it's a triumph, so
What
it
is the
counts. And the other shocking scores: PSG destroyed Bayern Munich 3-0. Completely unexpected, but looks like now it's a bit of rage on the foreman of Bayern Munich, and there are some speculations, some talks about Carlo Ancelotti being fired. Sevilla defeated Maribor with a nice and stunning performance. 3 goals of Ben Yedder. I think I'm pronouncing correctly the name of the of Sevilla striker. Juventus won over Olympiacos 2-0 with a great Higuain. He's a bit fatty, but he's scoring at all.
Yeah,
so
name for a couple of times.
that was the games I watched, and what can I tell you? But did you manage to arrive on time after I heard that you were on vacation with your girlfriend? You invited over to the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Did you manage to see your team playing against Atletico Madrid on the new stadium Wanda Metropolitano, which is going to be the stadium of the final of the Champions League of 2018?
2018.
Yeah.
Still a while from now. Eh?
No, 2019, sorry.
2019. That's
Yeah,
even
it's
further
beautiful.
away.
Yeah.
I guess that's just a little bit of irrelevant information. Spanish people always the focus every time. Anyway, I did manage to catch our game. That's why we went to KFC, so I could get the takeaway. Made it quick and easy. But yeah, Chelsea beat Atletico Madrid in the 94th minute with a stunning goal from Michy Batshuayi. Yeah, just say yes. And also got a nice picture of Diego Costa. Almost looks like he was crying after that loss. I mean, he just signed back with Atletico Madrid from Chelsea, so he was sitting in the middle. Also, I mean, besides for that, Man United took on CSKA Moscow, also ran over them.
Lukaku.
He's
doing great.
He's doing very well. I mean, I'm very surprised actually. And then also City defeating Shakhtar Donetsk. But besides that, I mean, the only other big surprise that I could think of is Brasilia, 5-0 against Benfica.
Completely unexpected, and as well Tottenham doing very well with Harry Kane in a stellar mode. Maybe he's not a candidate now, but a future Ballon d'Or. Who knows? But I like so much this striker.
He's gonna have to compete against Neymar first.
Yeah, too many. Looks like English teams, they are doing very well on the Champions League. Finally, after some years. Speaking about the English teams, what can you tell me?
Well, it's been an exciting weekend in terms of the Premier League. Chelsea walked away with 3 points from Stoke City at home after all the other big teams have been struggling there, only walking away with 1 point. They walked away with a 4-0 victory. Morata scoring his first hat-trick for Chelsea.
And Pedro as well scored, no?
Yes, Pedro scored as well. And
Spanish tiki-taka, man.
The Spanish players are literally the guys driving the team at the moment. But enough about Spain. We're in the English Premier League now, they don't count. After that, I mean, Liverpool, City and also Man United walked away with victories, collecting their 3 points, Arsenal as well, so there's no big surprises that happened, but this weekend definitely big game happening on Saturday with Man City versus Chelsea. It's going to be the big one for this weekend, and then also it's going to be in the late evening kickoff.
Okay.
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, depending on which time zones you're in. But the odds for that one, I've got it 19-10 for Chelsea to win. We've also got Man United versus Crystal Palace up for the weekend. I've got United, unfortunately, to win that one with 3-16. And also after that Sunday, we've got Liverpool versus Newcastle. Considering their bad runs starting in the season, I think a draw is a reasonable odd to put down. 41-13 for the draw. And then lastly, we've got West Ham versus Swansea. I think that should also be a cracker of a game. And then 16-5 for the draw for that one as well. And that's going to be the Premier League. Let's take a drive down to the Spanish side of things. What's happening in La Liga?
I will tell you now after the commercial.
My man, enlighten me, what happened there in La Liga?
Well, last weekend, Barcelona defeated Girona with 2 goals of the Catalan team on their own goal. And Real Madrid recovered the triumph path, and after getting a triumph against Alaves in Mendizorroza with 2 goals of the youngster Ceballos. And the main game of this past date, Atlético de Madrid Sevilla 2-0 for the red and white team, the Atlético de Madrid. This was the main game, but we have other important games upcoming this weekend. For example, on Saturday, Sevilla-Málaga, Andalucía derby. Favorite one is Sevilla. They are playing at home, they are playing a good soccer. Recently they obtained a nice triumph on La Liga. 1-3 are the odds for the Sevilla, 9-2 for the draw, and 15-2 very eloquent for Málaga. Another important game, Barcelona-Las Palmas, theoretically easy for Barcelona, 1-12, 10-1 the draw, and for the triumph, an unexpected triumph of Las Palmas, 22-1. And I wanna point out that this game, Valencia Athletic. Valencia is playing good soccer this season. They are recovering sensation from the past. They are playing against Athletic de Bilbao, always a tough team. 10-11 for the victory of Valencia, 13-5 a draw, and 3-1 for a victory of Athletic Club de Bilbao. And the last game, Real Madrid against Espanyol de Barcelona, 1-9 for the triumph of Real Madrid, 10-1 for the draw, and 14-1 an unexpected victory of Espanyol de Barcelona at Santiago Bernabéu. We have to hand over to our very special guest. Do you remember his name?
No, what was his name?
Flavio.
Fabio.
Yeah. He's an encyclopedia.
Welcome, Fabio, our Formula 1 insider that's joined us today. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
What's the big race coming up?
Big race this weekend is Malaysia. One of my favorites. It's going to be a super hot weekend. And unlike the other years, they're predicting the 3 straight days of thunderstorms, so that's going to make the track quite wet. Vettel is a bit of a Sepang specialist, but Hamilton was cruising to an easy win last year, and then his engine just cried enough. And another thing, a new driver, Pierre Gasly, coming up to the ranks, his first race this weekend. He's replacing Daniel Kvyat in Toro Rosso. So let's see how he's going to do.
So who is your money on for this weekend and to win?
Well, hopefully Vettel, if the Ferraris don't have the same magnetic effect that they had in the last race where they take each other out in an expensive car crash,
Yeah.
then possibly Vettel. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Okay. Okay, and these are your favorites for this race, but what can you tell me? What are the favorites? Who are the teams that you think are going to lift the title at the end of the year?
Okay, well, on a driver basis first, basically Vettel and Hamilton. After the last race where the Ferraris took each other out, there's a 28-point difference between the two lead drivers, which is Vettel and Hamilton. So that's going to be a huge points gap to close over the last 6 races, because 25 points for a win, and someone needs to not finish if they're going to close that up. From the constructors, unfortunately that's also a two-team race, but Ferrari are substantially behind now in the points, so it looks like Mercedes are going to walk this one easily, and hopefully Hamilton doesn't take an easy driver's win at the end of the year as well.
Maybe his car cries again.
Just hope that the Ferraris know that they're not supposed to touch each other.
Stay away from each other.
Thank you so much, Fabio, but don't leave us. We need we need you for some responsibilities. It's the time for the what the moment. For second consecutive week, we are giving away the what the prize, the what the trophy, and our candidates for this week are.
First up, we've got Cavani and Neymar. All of a sudden, they are besties again. After last week's rumors that they almost wanted to kill each other on that penalty spot.
Something happened on this club, but now love is in the air.
Yeah, Paris.
L'amour.
Yes, exactly. So what's the second one for?
Luis Suarez showing some rage, some fury after he got replaced the last day on the weekend, the midweek Champions League game against Sporting. The explanations of Ernesto Valverde were not very convincing, but well, looks like Luis Suarez is not on his best performance, he's not in his best moment. Let's see, we are waiting all for the animal striker.
The
striker
one we
he
used
is.
to, taking bites out of opponents.
Arr, arr.
Also, I've actually heard some United staff saying that Luis Suarez has got some Man United DNA in him, so...
Who said that?
Was it from
Neville.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
Talking is free, man.
Yeah, talking is free. Well, the last one we've got up for this week is Donald Trump nailing the NFL ratings after the players started to take the knee instead of singing the national anthem.
Well, are not we talking about the sport? Now we are mixing with politics. What's happening?
It's a little bit of both. It's sports and politics.
Okay.
It's Donald Trump. He's always a talking point. So this is now the time where we get to decide who's the winner.
Mm-hmm. Who do you go for?
My money is on Donald Trump and the NFL ratings. And you?
Mine is for Luis Suarez.
Luis Suarez. Well, let's get off. Fabio.
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 What is your...
Well, I checked my bribe box this morning. I got something from you. Thank you. But nothing from you.
It's lacking.
Nothing.
Did you receive it?
So I'm going to... No, I didn't receive it. Don't pull that. Don't pull that. So I'm going to go with the Trump thing.
So the winner of this week's What the Moment has been Donald Trump and his NFL ratings and also his ridiculous statements regarding the sport. The shirt sales of the players who does not bend their knee has all of a sudden gone up. I don't know where he gets these stats from or where he gets his figures, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
He's buying that.
Could be. But thanks a lot, guys, and that's all from us for this week. Next week we'll be again dropping some updates and also some betting odds and tips. If you like what you watched, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and then also check out the link in the description.
Topbettingsites.com.
Topbettingsites.com is the right one, yes. That's where we've got all the reviews, offers, best bookmakers in the
Upcoming
world.
events, yeah.
And we'll see you again here next week, guys. Thanks a lot.
Hakuna matata.
Hasta la vista.